Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel World of Mike, the Partwork Wrangler. And today we're going to be doing issue number, stage 5 of the Enterprise D, brought to you by Fan Home. Yes, we're going to be extending this with the shutter door, and obviously putting some extensions around this part here. I am looking to upgrade this to a black matte as well, because obviously I do appreciate that it's very grey on grey. So first things first, we're going to be working on this little panel down here. We are supplied with a pack of BM screws and also a pack of EM screws. Obviously when you're filming as well, different parts need different colour mats and stuff like that. So this is the shuttle bay door. What's quite interesting is this is plastic. All the other parts that we've worked on so far has been a mixture of plastic and die cast, but the actual saucer sections are actually die cast, let's do a blooper reel, die cast. So what we're going to do, we've got two holes here, and they're going to feed onto, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 larger holes, and then shallower holes here with 1 and 2. They're going to feed onto here like so. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get our BM screws, and I've forgotten the oil again, guys. It's in the other room. I'll have to give it some muscle power. And yeah, next what we're going to do is we're going to screw this into position, because this, as I said, I like to work with my Oria, because I do find that's skipping a bit, so I will just get my, I should have got the oil really, that's what's causing it. So let's have a look. That's a little bit too on the big side. We might use this chunky thing, and obviously it would be much easier if we had the oil with it, but we don't have the oil at the moment. It's in the other room and I keep forgetting to bring it in. So what I'm going to do is I'll put the other BM screw in first as well, and then that'll do that. It's amazing how, you know, you get this whacking great big ship, and then all of a sudden it's all broken down into parts, and then you just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, I'm loving building this. It's such a great little model to do. I've been checking the account every day so far, because I'm waiting for the next pack to allocate. I want my next pack. So there may be whatever date is next Monday, because it'll be December. There may be a short break until the parts come in, because they normally allocate around the 27th of each month. So that's that part in as well. Again, I'm gonna just make sure they're lovely and tight. You know what I'm like with screws, I like them nice and tight. And as you can see, guys, look at that. Doesn't that give that a lovely sort of edge to it? That's gorgeous. And it's like there's little vents and stuff. So that's that part. Now this is the best bit that I've been waiting eagerly to do. It's a lovely issue, this one. And what's going to happen is we're going to get our saucer bays next. So we've got two smaller ones, as you can see, and then we've got this beautiful big one here, and that's the one that we're going to be working on next. These are going to be going round, so as you can see we've got loads of wires that we need to be careful of here. So as you can see, you've got 1, 2, 3 and a 4th one round there. We're going to connect it into 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what they want is they obviously want it to connect. That's interesting. Oh, it's a little bit on the oh right, I see, yeah, so it'd be something like that. So for here they want us to, it looks like that wire bends into this notch just to give us access there. Now obviously you can see it's pinching that wire slightly, so what I'm going to do is just move that over slightly. We need to have enough clearance so that we don't go through that wire, you see. So what we're going to do is we're going to position that, my friends, into this one here, and then obviously it will go round something like that. Now I'm probably going to put in this one here and this one here first, because that will give us a little bit of assistance later down the line. So yeah, we'll put that one in first, and these are going in with our EM screws. So EM screws, and yeah, so very, very exciting stuff. So EM, it's going to go right the way through here, and I'll just for a minute then I thought that was like that light was on. So just going to screw that into position. next one. And then we'll get another EM screw. It's a cold day here today in Essex, so get another one just, whoa, skadoodle. So we'll get another one. It's getting bigger and bigger each time we work on it. Okay, lovely. And that's that one in. So now obviously you can see it's not going to dislodge now, which means I can now focus on the two external screws that we've got over here. So I'm going to get some more EM screws, and I'll put in that one. As I said, this wire is going to feed over here somewhere. Obviously I would be, you know, tempted to do just bend it over slightly. It's supposed to go up that notch, but as long as you've got, you know, clearance, it should be fine. This screwdriver is quite nice to work with. It's one of the ones that come, well, you won't believe the amount of screwdrivers I have of all these different ones, because I work on so many builds and they all come with these ones. So yeah, okay, so that's that one in. And then the next one is another screw that we've got here. So that's going to go into this fourth one here, and already it feels really heavy quality, so really lovely there. Now obviously if you had a malfunction with the wires, you would have to, there's no way of getting this off without getting that plate off. So if you had to change them wires out, oh man, you've got a day job there. Trying to get all that out is going to be a nightmare. But anyway, that's that section. So next what we're going to do is we're going to work on this section round here next, and what's going to happen is we're going to get our, I think it's that one, yeah, so this one here, it's supposed to be marked with an L, but this doesn't actually, as you can see here in the manual, they do actually mark it with a letter L, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be marked on my one, so I would just assume it goes, as you can see, it goes with the contour there. So yeah, so as you can see, we've got a wire here, and what they're asking us to do is, obviously we've got a screw hole here and a screw hole here. What they're asking us to do is to bend this one slightly round, and we're going to loop this one over the side of it. So what's going to happen is we're going to have that round there. Obviously I'm watching for the wires and making sure there's clearance. You don't want to go through a wire, and as you can see, what will happen is this one will just dangle over the top, and then this one will float, obviously I assume around there and somewhere further up the back here. It looks as if the wires are going to portray over this side here, so I'm going to keep that wire out the way a minute. Obviously with various components we've got to watch here, and then we'll get another EM screw. It doesn't look like we've got enough screws, so have to see what we can do there. We've only got 2 left. Oh no. Okay, well we'll just have to see if another one comes up. Doesn't seem to be enough screws. What's going on here? It doesn't want to go in. Okay. Oh, this one's having a, doesn't want to go in there. Don't know what's going on here. Let's get that wire out of the way. It's not having it, this one, so I'm not entirely sure. It's so frustrating when, you know, you want to get the parts on, but something holds you back, because now I'm sort of wondering how we're going to get that thing in. So let me try this screw. Sometimes when you change the screws around a bit, it does oh sorry, these are going in with BMs. That would explain why. So yeah, that's my mistake, sorry guys. So yeah, not all of these plates have the same screws by the looks of it. Oh no, it could be why it won't letting us put it in, but as you can see, it's going in there. So yeah, as I said, it's frustrating when you've got, you know, you've been waiting and then there's a part missing, and it's like, I don't know, but always get in touch with Fan Home. They're brilliant at sorting out the replacements for you. Really good customer service, and they seem to reply quite quick to emails, and the live chat is always the best. I always go via the live chat, so I am aware that wire's there, so we've got plenty of clearance for that. That's no problem. And we'll just tighten that up a little bit more. So as you can see, it's already starting to look like a spaceship now. Okay, so then we're round to this side. So obviously that one will just dangle over the top here, and then obviously this, I suspect, will feed down into the middle. Very nicely done. Again, I'm not entirely sure where that wire is going at the moment. Obviously we've got a wire going into here, a wire going into there. It could just be that it's a dummy wire. I don't know why this is not plugged into anything at the moment, but yeah, it is interesting because obviously there doesn't seem to be anything that this wire screws into, unless I've got a feeling it's fell out of that side. Ah, yeah, look, there's a wire there, look. Right. But then looking at the diagram here, it doesn't suggest that a wire goes into that far back one. So even down here, there doesn't seem to be any signs of wiring. We'll just take a look at stage 1. And when we worked back over in assembly stage 1, unless my feeling is it could very well be that is, you know, for that one. But even there, look, they've got a spare wire there. So, yeah, we'll persevere and carry on for the minute because obviously I suspect there's going to be some sort of battery pack coming down the back here. I can't see where a battery pack would fit in this side. But anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the other plate on now. And this is going to feed round the side of here. We've got a hole here and a hole there. So, again, the wire that's got this dangly thing coming off of it, that's going to face down the back, and then obviously this one is the one that's going to face over the other side of there. This C cable, it looks as if that's going to probably float off the back. They've got it just off the side of here, so yeah, that would make sense. And then obviously we can put this side all into here and link that all up. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of let me get a cocktail stick. You can see there's a little bit of paint defect there, so I might just be able to poke that out, as you can see, and that's cleared that hole now. So as you can see, that's going to go into that hole then. The screw, as it goes in, that will clear that shaving off easy. So as you can see, this wire here that's coming off the back, they're actually asking us to just float that around the side. Again, a little bit concerned because they've got this wire. There is this floating wire that is appearing from somewhere. If you guys know where you think that might go, then do let us know. I've got a feeling that this is wrong. I think, looking at the diagram here, this is that wire here. We've got one into there, the other one's going just up the canal here, and it looks like it's going into there. This wire here looks like it's going into that one, so it's very interesting as to where this wire goes. It could be that I need to strip it down. It just seems very strange. I mean, that would be an easy fit. I could lift that up slightly without undoing all of this and just poke it through, but yeah, it is interesting as to why we've got this floating wire, but we might have to do some homework on that and figure out what's going on there. But anyway, so what we're going to do is put a BM screw through here as well and secure that part on there. So when obviously you're stripping down, I would say that, you know, try and make it as minimal work as possible. You don't really want to strip down, say, this part if you don't need to get that part off, if you get me. So yeah, we might have to go back over the drawing board on that, but I'm pretty damn sure this wire is a spare wire for some reason. Sometimes with cables, they will put a spare wire on because it's the only way they can get it to work. So, and then we've got another one here. So, yeah. And then obviously next week will be the first video of December for this. Again, there's a little bit of paint block there. But it will be the last stage before we get the next pack. So as I say, they've not even allocated the next pack yet. So obviously there might be a little bit of a hold up until we get the next pack. But the idea is that by the time we get to stage 6 or the last issue in that stage, we should have the next pack. But with Christmas being here, it could be a lot of delays at the moment with Royal Mail. But yeah, that's that. So theoretically, what you then should have is here is this wire coming off here. This wire is going over the back over there somewhere, and then obviously this wire comes down here with this spare bulb. As I said, I might have to flip these round a bit, because looking at this, that wire there is going into that. But the question is why do we have this spare one? I think I know what the issue is. What the issue is that's gone in the wrong hole. I think that needs to come down here, and then that one needs to go into there, maybe. I think that is what it is, because when you look further into here, you can see that that links round there, and the spare bulb comes off the side here. Right. So what I think I might do, but then again, I'm it's one of them things where do you or don't you, because I'm pretty damn sure the first issue said that we put this wire into there, but my gut feeling is, as I said, it could be that. But I'm going to take a look, before I do that, I'm going to take a look back over issue 1, stage 1, and see what the issue is. I mean, obviously, let's just see if we can find it in here. I mean, this is pack 2, so it wouldn't be in here anyway, but I'd probably have to look back over the video, but we can tackle that easy. It's an easy job. I can lift that one up, lift that up, just prise it up slightly and just put the next one in. You don't have to take all this off. That's going to be easy. Just lift it up, slide it in. The only difficulty you would have is obviously it might dislodge the lights. If it does, we've got to strip it all. We've got to strip this panel, and this panel can stay on. It would just literally be that panel we need to strip off and just do some repair work around here. But overall, it's now looking, look at that. Oh, wow. It's now looking like a proper, you know, spaceship. I believe when Eagle Moss went balls up and bellied up, you know, the last stage I worked on was this part round here. So to get this part on as well is just, it's so lovely to see this collection back out, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here, really. But it looks like they're giving us a bit of a break next time, because, as I say, if I go back over, I will, you know, if it does need to be swapped out, we'll do that in another video or something. But the last stage will be coming up on whatever day it is next week. But they're giving us a little bit of a break, because it's stage 6, which is the last consignment, and this is the starting of the frame skeletal work. And as you can see, that's it then for this pack. So this pack is only around the corner. It's almost done. And as always, if you want to subscribe to this build, there's a link in the video description. If you're abroad, you can get this in America as well. So all my American friends across the pond, you can get this as well. Fanhome U.S. Fanhome. I think it's fanhome.com/US or something like that. Always, you know, if this is not for you, there's other collections. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Always tap the notification bell, and you could be notified of when the next video is on the channel. I'm really enjoying doing this collection. It's such a wonderful, wonderful thing to do, and considering that I've never done a Star Trek thing before for build wise, it's just lovely to work on it. And as you can see, that little part there that we've just done feeds into the main saucer, and these two parts will connect. So you'll get the saucer part and this section down here, which will, you know, they'll come apart. But until then, that's that for another week. We'll see you next Monday for the last stage of this shipment until the next one comes. Until then, take care, have a lovely day, bye bye.